Happy Sunday, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the overall market. I just wanted to start it off by explaining to you guys that I went 5 for 5 on Friday. We are on a win streak in terms of our day trades. In terms of our swing trades, we are not. Our swing trades are currently down. We're holding on to some puts that expire in October and November. I told everyone to take profits on the ones in September and October. If you're still holding on to those, you're down. We're still holding on to November puts. Those are clearly down, but our day trades have been phenomenal. We are going to go on a massive run like we have in the past where we went 40, 50 trades in a row without losing. And so far, so good. So if you guys want access, click the link down below. A few interesting things that I need to give you guys an update with as well. But regardless, we're going to take a look at the large tech stocks. Apple is almost up 15% in the past 3 days. The overall market is very, very bullish. Because of Putin essentially saying that he's willing for a ceasefire if the eastern part of Ukraine that they're fighting over is given to them. So that is also another bullish. We're going to see how everything. We're going to see if the market is essentially bullish or bearish. Currently, doesn't look too good for the bears, but regardless, we're holding on to our November puts. That plays out, and we're going to. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with the video. So number one, I'm going to go in detail about all of these 5 specific trades that I took. And I'm going to make a separate YouTube video describing why I entered and when I exited each of these trades. Really, really solid, amazing trades. Keep your eyes on that for my next YouTube video. But if you guys want access to every single time I'm entering or exiting anything, you guys want access to my trading view indicator, you guys could click the link in my channel description or in the comments below, and you will gain access to everything. Proof is in the pudding. These can't fake numbers when they're happening in front of hundreds and people. Blessing in it. That's what I want to share with you guys first and foremost. Next, let's talk about something. So this is kind of unrelated, very, very unfiltered sort of conversation from me here. But still pretty excited to share with you guys that someone made a YouTube channel about me. And as you can see, this is the name of the first video. That's me. So when something like this occurs, brand new. Brand new. If you guys, he's most likely going to comment on this video. So if there's any comment, guys, subscribe to his channel. Because the better that he does, the less likely it is that I'm ever going to have a red. Because I am the most vehemently competitive person that you will ever meet. In a very, very good way. I really like that about myself. And when someone is publicly talking about excited, it makes me very happy because I just love to make people feel terrible in terms of when they are saying things about me. Like, I love to make people eat their own words. It could be in sports, it could be in hand-to-hand, it could be in any sort of business, it could be in anything. I do not lose. So when something like this occurs, it makes me very happy because I have a perfect track record. And I love it. So guys, like if you guys want, you guys could go ahead and subscribe to this guy. The more videos he makes for everyone that's in the Discord server. Let me just genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, you guys have been watching me for a very long time. The people that have been around for years, you guys know me, right? So Thursday night, this guy commented. I was looking at it Thursday night, like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. Like I was looking at the comments late. And Thursday, I look at the comments on YouTube, and this guy goes, "Oh, look at my latest video about you." So I look at the name, I look at the video. I didn't click it. My first thought Thursday night was, damn, I didn't know Friday I was going to make so much money. My first thought was, wow, I didn't know I was going to do so well tomorrow. Because when something like this happens, I do not get angry. I do not get upset. I become very happy because I know that I respond, like, just a logical standpoint. I respond very, very, very well, like abnormally well, to conflict or some sort of negativity towards me. I don't seek it. I'm a genuinely a very like positive person. I don't talk badly about people. Um, no, I don't. Unless Zionists. But listen, I got so excited. My first thought was, damn, I didn't know I was gonna make money tomorrow. That's what ended up happening, and we went 5 for 5. So guys, subscribe to this guy. Make sure he does well. I mean, I didn't really look at the video. I'm assuming he's talking about like a swing trade, how I was being bearish, right? Oops. Like, regardless, but the fact that he made this channel, it made me so happy. Yeah, share that with you guys. Shout out to him. God bless you. May you have a very, very long life. Yes, of me. But but yeah, with that being said, let's get started with the rest of the video. All right, the mature thing, obviously, like in the future, if the guy continues making videos, I can't continue giving him attention because it's mentally incorrect. And hope whatever he's going through works out because it's not normal behavior at the end of the day. And yeah, not everything is about ego, but yeah, moving forward, the only time I'm gonna look at his comments, look at his videos, is if he comments on the videos. But yeah, regardless, guys, like if I just love to make feel terrible, but then at the other hand, like this guy is not normal. So anyway, all right. So first and foremost, we're getting a long signal now on the Nasdaq. This is very bullish. We just had a recent short signal on the Nasdaq. A couple days later, it switched. This could eventually turn into a short, but the momentum is bullish on tech stocks, specifically because of Apple is up almost 14% in the past 3 days. Obviously, when Apple does this, being a very, very large company in the S&P 500, holding a lot of weight in the market, creating a bull flag down here, right? The $198, $200 level held as support. This massive, massive pump is one of the clear-cut indications of why the market injured. The VIX also began to fall. So the VIX is not holding above 17. And we know that we've been monitoring the VIX. The VIX is very, very important. When the market is rising, the VIX is falling. And if the VIX finds support, which it now is, we're at $14.50 to $15 level of support on the VIX. When it is at this level of support, if we end up bouncing here on the VIX, because the market has an inverse relationship to the VIX, the market should end up falling. We're going to have to see how that plays out. But if the VIX continues to drop and it comes down to this monster 13 to 1350 area, then this is this becomes very, very bullish, in my opinion, on the VIX. And this is where the market in general should get a pullback. So we still have some more room to go here. We're going to have to see how the rest of the tech stocks respond. We also saw that Google was very, very overstimulated. Very, very overstimulated. It was showing a lot of strength. It showed a lot of strength above $200. Clear-cut strength in Google. Amazon, flat. Held above 222. Nothing crazy. It's not showing an immense amount of strength. A lot of the strength was part and parcel to the strength that we saw out of Apple and Tesla, as well as Google, right? So Tesla is also showing a long signal here on the indicator. Generally, very, very bullish sign for these stocks when they are starting to show these long signals on my indicator. So we're going to have to see if things just chop around or what's going to end up happening. Netflix is also showing some bounce. So we were bullish on Netflix. It broke above 1175. A lot of this money is just going into losers. Netflix broke above 1200. This was a falling wedge. Nice and simple bounce to the upside. Nice and simple. Nothing really to overcomplicate. Meta is holding right above, consolidating at resistance. NVDA is also consolidating at resistance. AMD is also basically consolidating at resistance. Now, the main thing is that these tech stocks are showing a lot of strength, specifically Apple, right? Tesla, Amazon. Apple, Tesla, and Google are showing a lot of strength. The rest of them are basically consolidating at support or money is flowing into them. If Apple did not do this, the market in general would really, really drop. The setup was very bearish, right? But now we're seeing the S&P 500 futures here tapping back at this level of resistance. Now, obviously, this doesn't really mean much. We can continue rising, and we are now right below the 786% fib level, which also is right at this trend line of the rising wedge. So we're retesting the trend line here on the rising wedge. So a break above 64.40 would essentially be a reclaim of this trend line, and we would be back to the races, in my opinion. That would also cause a buy signal on the ES. We haven't gotten a buy signal yet on the ES. If both of them were to show a buy signal after a short signal, right, this would basically invalidate the short. But for November, regardless, I think there's still so much time and go, because November is all the way out here. Oh, too far out. November, all the way out over here. So a lot can happen. Rise. Well, the target would be the 60-50 area. But I mean, look, things are clearly strong in the short term. So we have to just make money regardless. And I'm gonna continue updating you guys on how my day trades and everything are going. And we're just gonna continue making money every single day. So I hope this makes sense. Crypto is also bouncing. So Bitcoin is also bouncing. Ethereum also clearly bouncing. And Solana is also bouncing. So a lot of crypto is getting love. The overall tech stocks are also getting love. The market is getting love. We're getting a buy signal on the NASDAQ. It's bullish. Things are starting to be very bullish in the short term. Primarily because of how bullish Apple was. And because of how Russia is willing to have a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine if Ukraine gives up the eastern part that Russia are. With that being said, Trump also ended up saying that he would put tariffs on India at the end of August. So this indirectly also doesn't directly cause an issue. It just isn't as crazy of an event because Trump basically said something crazy would end up happening if Russia did not agree to the ceasefire, right? So what Trump did was a bit of 4D chess because India buys a lot of oil from Russia. The United States, instead of imposing more tariffs and instead of, escalating the situation with Ukraine by giving Ukraine more missiles and weapons, what Trump ended up doing was, look, okay, cool, we're not going to escalate it physically. We're going to put a tariff on one of your main importers of your oil. One of the main buyers of your oil, we're going to import a tariff on them. So it's going to force India to re-navigate their relationship with Russia. And that would also cause a lot of drama. So basically this caused Putin to say, okay, sure, we'll agree to a ceasefire. We just want the eastern part of Ukraine. So now, things are getting to a bit of a conclusion, I think, with this war. Um, be interested to see how much further this war ends up going with Russia and the proxies, right? Because the Middle East used to be just a proxy war between the U.S. and Russia during the 70s when Israel had the Yom Kippur War, and just historically, Egypt, Syria looked to Russia for their weaponry because the United States was backing Israel. So by default, Russia would support enemies of Israel. Now that's sort of coming to a conclusion, right? As Assad lost power in Syria, Assad was a very, very big ally to the Russians. Hezbollah lost as well. Hezbollah also got a lot of support from Russia and Iran. So now, once, eventually, once Iran is invaded and we end up destroying the regime in Iran, this would really, really destroy strength Russia. And that's why I think Russia, I don't believe, will take an easy way out of this battle with you. It really, really wants to solidify some sort of strength in the overall area because they lost a lot of their proxies. They're basically in competition in Africa as well. With the U.S. is getting more and more influence on Pakistan and on India, and so that also isn't good with Russia, especially in the immediate area. Armenia is also siding a bit more with the United States compared to Russian influence. Not looking too good. Not looking too good for Russia. That's why they really want to come to the Ukrainian war. But Russia is above and beyond, in my opinion. And if they do not come to terms quick, then I think the United States escalate. So we're gonna have to see how all this plays out. I'm interested. In the next coming years, if we haven't, I'm pretty sure we're going to go to war with Iran within 5 years. So we're gonna have to see how all this plays out. Fun stuff. Very, very fun stuff. I'm gonna go a bit more into detail about how all of these connect. But regardless, interesting stuff nonetheless. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not really much new things to say in terms of what is going to end up happening. Clearly, everything looks bullish in the short term. Have to be psychopath to look bearish, but we make money every day. Day trade and make money every day. Yeah. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys bright and early. Have an amazing day.